Well, we saw earlier the generosity of rice farmers as year after year they gave to food banks and charities. Lately, though, rice farmers could use some help, at least from the markets.
In this week's Bottom Line, Twyla's Neil Melanson tells us with the recent changes from the last farm bill and the downturn in prices, rice is looking for new ways to stay alive.
The Bottom Line is brought to you by the Cotton Board, strengthening the fiber of our industry.
Most of the rice fields in Louisiana look just like this right now. The first harvest is over and farmers are waiting for that second or ratoon crop. For the rice industry as a whole, they've been waiting on higher prices for quite some time.
Very likely they will be waiting for a while still. All current projections for long grain rice are for flat prices out through 2016 and beyond, although it's always hard to predict that far out. What we do know, though, is that rice is in the same bind as cotton. Huge global stocks of rice are weighing down the market, and more output is expected from the top growing countries in the world. Here at home in Louisiana, the markets are causing a shift. We're down in rice acres this year. At the same time, there's an increase in the share of those acres being devoted to medium grain rice, as production has fallen off sharply in California. Medium grain rice prices are about $2 per hundredweight more right now. Also, there is some hope on the horizon in getting more of our rice into China. An agreement 15 years in the making is supposed to be signed soon, and through this phytosanitary agreement, China could have a huge impact on the domestic price for rice, according to Dr. Dustin Harrell with the LSU Ag Center.
The U.S. produces about 221 million hundredweights of rice a year. The value of that rice would be about $3.1 billion. If we think about the population in China and the amount of rice they eat on an annual basis, they could probably consume 100% of our U.S. rice crop in about 12 days. So that's a tremendous amount of rice that they consume. So just opening up a little niche market in China would be tremendous for the U.S. rice industry.
The bottom line is rice prices are stuck low right now, and even with this agreement with China coming to fruition, it may be some time before we see an impact on our markets. The question is, can Louisiana rice growers hold on until then? For This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Neil Melanson.
Thanks, Neil. That phytosanitary agreement with China Dr. Harrell talked about could be signed as early as September 23rd.
Well, that does it for this edition of Twyla. Be sure to join us next week when we'll take you to Breaux Bridge to show you how teachers are learning about agriculture.
Until then, you can watch any of our stories online at twylatv.org, and be sure to check out all the cool things we're doing on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Pinterest.
For Avery Davidson and all of us here at Twyla, I'm Kristen Oaks White. Thank you for joining us. We hope to see you again right here next week.